Every government on earth, it seems, is trying to save money at the moment, and community programs are being slashed. So there's a market for new ways of delivering services. The New South Wales government's trialling a partnership between the community sector and big corporations through social benefit bonds. The idea is to draw private money into community welfare, and investors could profit if they can prove they're saving the government money. Rebecca Bailey reports.
She's too quick.
These fathers are learning some valuable life skills, and thanks to a parenting program in Sydney's outer western suburbs, they're now able to look after their own children who were once at risk of being taken into care.
We work with them to really keep those families together where there's safety and security for those children, but also in helping to restore children back to their families where they are in the out-of-home care system.
I've just been to court. My son's in foster care at the moment, and I've just won full parental responsibility. He comes home to live with me next week, and I just can't wait. She's had him for over 15 months.
Bill's 17-month-old son has been in foster care since the baby was removed from his mother at 6 weeks old. Ever since, Bill has been fighting to gain custody of the boy, and he credits the New Parent and Infant Network, or NewPIN program, for helping him negotiate the court system and get his son back.
Had him last night, night before, yeah. Just been able to talk to the other guys and the staff about what you're going through. It just helps get it off your chest, and it just help you steer in the right direction and give you a chance to get your kids. And that's the main thing, is just do whatever it takes to get your kids, never give up.
Uniting Care Burnside self-funds 4 NewPIN centres in Western Sydney. While the charity's restored 70 children to their families over the last 3 years, it simply can't meet the demand.
We're always looking for different and new ways to fund our programs.
Madam Speaker, I move that...
In a radical proposal to source new funding for community programs like NewPIN, New South Wales has become only the second government in the world to trial so-called social benefit bonds.
This approach changes the culture of service delivery to outcomes, improving the effectiveness of every dollar spent.
Under the model, private investors buy bonds in a program like NewPIN. Every child kept out of foster care saves the state $40,000 a year. If NewPIN meets its targets in keeping children out of foster care, then the state government will pay dividends back to the investors.
We certainly think it's a win-win. If these trials go well, we are going to reward that investment, and the savings that would come to the state, we're happy to share in those. But we're only sharing it on the basis that they actually eventuate.
There is a fair bit of interest out there in the investment market for people to invest their money into social programs, investing their money into something that's actually going to make a difference.
At Westpac headquarters in Sydney's CBD, bankers are working out how to make a social program into a financial product. Banker Craig Parker's designing a finance bond for the Benevolent Society, a charity which has been operating in Australia for 200 years. He'll sell the product to the marketplace to fund a program which aims to keep children with their families.
I'm the banker, not the social worker, and I think that's where our partnership is unique. Whilst this won't be a transaction that will be a high-yielding investment, I think it will be secure, but it actually also delivers that, call it the warm inner glow of actually having an investment that delivers a broader social benefit to the community.
Craig Parker believes there's an appetite among big corporations and ethical investors for products like this, and says while Westpac won't get anything out of it, investors will. Do banks do anything for free? What's in it for you guys?
This particular transaction we are doing for free. The whole premise of this is really based on a perception of delivering back to the community. I accept that might, people find that hard to believe, but But that is exactly what we're doing, and so we will earn zero.
We've run out of money.
The social benefit bonds model is based on a similar idea being tested in the United Kingdom. There, the bonds are part of Prime Minister David Cameron's so-called Big Society master plan, which has cut government spending by £80 billion.
In 2 years since David Cameron was elected, we've seen 250,000 government employees retrenched, with another 500,000 to go. In the next 5 years, we've seen massive cuts to government agencies and, more importantly, I suppose, to the community sector.
Research Director at the Centre for Policy Development, James Whelan, says federal and state governments in Australia are going the way of the UK, with massive cuts to budgets and public sector job losses. And he says there's no way social bonds will fill the vacuum.
The ambitious hopes for generating additional funding can't hope to fill more than a tenth of the gap that's left by these huge cuts.
In the UK, the social benefit bonds have been implemented amidst massive cuts to the community sector and to the public service. Is that what's next here?
Oh, I mean, I think what you're seeing in the UK is what you're seeing across every government here in Australia. I mean, it is a tough environment. Budgets are tough, revenues are falling.
For those not-for-profits involved in the social bonds experiment, any source of new money is worth considering. Uniting Care Burnside says with more funding it could build more new PIN centres. And that will mean more parents can be reunited with their children. Where would you be if you hadn't had new PIN?
I don't know where I'd be. I don't think I definitely wouldn't have custody of my boy. Just being able to get my life together and doing what I had to do.
Rebecca Barley reporting.